For those partaking on YouTube, welcome back. To recap, the party's been kind of running some errands throughout the day so far, trying to get some personal stuff done. With Leafa, a party member who was part of the party prior to the previous mission, finally being able to join the rest of the party today. Leafa arrived in Neverwinter and was able to catch up with a few people. Deceit meet up with his contact Hansel to basically get some more compensation for the fact that Sarah is not exactly a pushover, you could say. Um, Dion later on was able to find his target, a man who was a part of his family's destruction. I don't remember his full name off the top of my head. That's the reason why I've got notes. I'm a professional DM. Joel Kipper, and is attempting to identify him while at the Rotten Skull at the same time as Deceit's speaking with his contact. During that time, Tachi is training with the Neverwinter Guard at the Wishing Wall Guardhouse training grounds, and Uta just meandering around, buying some tokens of appreciation in the form of rings. Grubby, meanwhile, is working at the Rastail's Inn while Milo was recovering from a night of steamy actions. Wink, wink. The night before, the party finally comes together after Dion nearly being taken down during his encounter of trying to capture Joel Kipper to get information about somebody in his past.
Thank you.
Copy. Don't even need to say anything, Lipa. I understand what you got to do. And we come to the point where Sarah gets a message from somebody, and the party finds out that she has a secret identity or another identity that she takes on, and is going to get some more information to help keep somebody from being in a life that she was previously in herself. The party has begun departing and is now following Sarah, staggered a bit, but following Sarah as she is now in her alternate identity to get more information about the mission. And we return to the party. You are traveling. I said it was about 5 o'clock at night. You're traveling for about 30 minutes. And you see Milo sees Sarah stop. And she also just kind of stops in her track. What does the rest of the party do, seeing that Milo has stopped?
Can I just mention we left off on Dion asking Deceit a question?
That's correct. Deceit did add a question, so prior to that, Dion, you are back, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to repeat the question for us? Because I don't even remember what the fuck it was.
So Dion would just lean in and whisper to Rex if he happened to be at the Rotten Skull.
You see Rex pause for a second, stop walking for a second, then start walking again. So you saw me.
That was you.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
Don't worry, your business is your business. I was just curious. If I knew you was around, I might have asked if I could get some help from you.
Insight check. Do I get the feeling that Dion may have seen me with a different face, or didn't pick up on that? An insight check for that?
Against another player?
Because remember, the only thing I'm going off was your clothes.
But
I don't
his
know
character
that.
wouldn't know that. I would say... would...
Because being very chill, it hasn't mentioned it.
Yeah, go ahead and do an insight check.
Thank you.
I will set the DC to a certain point, and then I will let Dion.
It's
answer
trash. It's 9.
Then at this point, in general, you don't think that Dion is like being any different than what he has been towards you previously.
Okay, cool.
Based off of that, Dion may, as a player and character, may decide otherwise, but for that role, I'm going to say that is what you see as deceit.
Cool. Yeah, just had to talk to a man about a dog. But, sorry I wasn't there to help out.
That's
Just,
alright.
didn't really want anyone seeing me in the establishment.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And I go back to Dion goes back to where he was, just keeping the line as we continue. Well, I'm guessing as we continue walking before we end up stopping.
Yeah, I'll say like that was during like maybe the first half of travel. This is now the second half. Milo stops. What does the rest of the party do? I will say Leva probably stops right where she's at, just for the sake of saying.
Yeah, stop where I am, act kind of nonchalant.
Dion, Uta, and Tachi, what do you say?
Where have we stopped technically, if I may ask?
You've been walking down to basically a street. It's still kind of crowded. It's like I said, it's about 5:30 in the evening at this point. This is still within the Protector's Enclave district, but this seems to be more. There's more hustle and bustle, but not all of it is like moving of goods or buying of goods. This is like runners and messages and information being distributed. This kind of maybe possibly be like one of the central like information nerve centers of Neverwinter.
Right. Okay. Well, then Dion is probably going to stop at some distance and just keep to himself.
Okay. Uta, Itachi. Uta.
I'm here. I'm not asleep.
Itachi would just be chilling and watching what happens.
Okay.
I will do the same.
You will do the same. Okay. I was just waiting for a response from y'all.
I'm
You
not asleep. I promise.
I kind of figured. I was just waiting for a response.
I am going to be
Rolling for
trying to
insight.
get... Oh.
13.
I am definitely going to want to be trying to get eyes on who this contact is. So...
Well, at the moment, you see Sarah walk up to somebody and starts talking to them. It seems like she leans into whisper. At which point they hold a small, quiet conversation that you all can't hear over everything else. And
then I will get in range to cast Detect Thoughts.
well, as you get in range to get to cast Detect Thoughts, I'm not going to make you mark off the spell slot. You see Sarah kind of look in y'all's direction and give you a wee bit of a head nod, like, "Come on, it's safe."
Oh.
Milo will see that and start making her way staggeredly.
Okay.
What does the rest of y'all do?
I'll continue.
I would say Dion might slightly be the last one to come.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
So you all proceed.
Sorry, just as we're doing that, can I just can I just look around and see if anyone's following us?
Survival check.
Survival check. Not good. I think it's... Yeah, it's gonna be trash. Let's just. I think it's like an 8 or something. Yeah, it's even more. Oh no, it's an 8.
As far as you can tell, no. Nobody's following you.
Cool.
So yeah, you all proceed and you follow Sarah into this like small building. It's full of people at like tables with benches. Welcome back, Leafa. With
Sorry, but
no, you good. With writing stuff down real quickly on small pieces of parchment, like the size of a regular notepad, like very small pieces of parchment. Writing stuff down, tearing it, giving it to somebody as they're hearing things and as the information is being requested. And you all continue to follow Sarah and Milo. Go into a room where there is a singular person kind of dressed up, and imagine like the Industrial Revolution in the UK of what most normal average folk
spicy
would
one.
wear. Going to like maybe a steelwork job or a dry
like a
dock.
super spicy
If anybody's played Dishonored, to that kind of apparel, where it's just like a basic tunic with like a nice like leather vest,
Yeah,
a pair of loose-fitting trousers, and a pair of boots that are very worn.
yeah, thank you.
And they will turn around and say, "Well,
Remember the small ones being the hot ones.
Miss Goldwyn, I did not expect you to bring friends. Who might you all be? Wait, don't tell me." And he'll point at you, Rex, or you would just see and say, "You are the man who is very good with taking of things that are outside of his price range. You would be Rex." He looks towards you, Uta, and points at you. Goes, "You're the paladin." And then they'll look at you, Leaf, and go,
Mhm.
"Sorceress."
Yes.
Looks at Milo, cleric. And you two are both you are a ranger, Tachi, and you are a rogue. I'm surprised you survived your encounter, Mr. Dion. And actually, we'll whip out a pipe. Light it. Start puffing on it. And before you, you see somebody that's probably in about their mid-30s. Short blonde hair with a bit of a probably a bit more of a ginger beard going on. Roughly about 6 foot tall. What do y'all do? As he has pointed out the fact that he knows who you all are.
Rex is definitely gonna puff up with satisfaction at the mention of being good at taking things that aren't his.
I see you take pride in
Me
that
being-
comment.
So, just
Why
for
shouldn't I?
context of who he is, because I think I missed that bit when I went to the
So
meeting.
you, Sarah, stops at this one spot, in Neville, in kind of like a info central central nervous system hub, where information comes and
Okay.
goes. And you guys have
Okay.
walked into a building that seems to be one of like the main points of getting information or finding information. And she's taking you into
Mhm.
this back room to meet this gentleman.
Cool.
I do take pride in that. Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you? Still puffing away on the pipe. Uju, you were going to say something?
Being almost 3 feet shorter than him, I just look up.
Thought you were like for something.
Yeah, 6'4'8", still almost 3 feet.
Eh. He just looks at you and goes, "Yes, little one."
I stopped looking.
He lets out a wee bit of a chuckle as he takes another puff on the pipe.
Why have you taken so much interest in who we are?
Oh, well, information is power, my good friend. As you may know. And he kind of lets on a smirk as if he knows more than what he's already said. Information.
Why would information on us be of any use to anyone?
Well, for one, certain people want to know what you are doing. Others, more keen on your endeavors. Others, just want to hear a good story.
Just out of character for a second.
Yes.
Do any of us have any idea why we would have been recruited by Neverember? Or do these messages pretty much come out of the blue?
Kind of out of the blue to you all. Out of in character, you don't know.
You wouldn't happen to be the one that recommended us to Neverember, would you?
No. In fact, I was quite surprised when I caught wind that he summoned you all. And he takes his pipe and kind of just points at all of you in a gesture. It was very curious. He could have called upon anybody. There were plenty of adventurers here. But why you? It's very curious indeed.
So, you don't know everything then?
No. There are certain things that elude even those that are very savvy, you could say, with gathering information.
Gathering information for who?
Whoever buys. I'll say this much, since Miss Goldwing and I are such good friends of a long time, this interaction will be kept between us. This, I give you my word as an informant.
So you're for sale.
Needless to say, I provide information at the right price. In this case, she does it. What she does, pointing at Sarah, is for the good of others. I do not charge.
So that's how you justify selling people out. Good to know.
No. You see, I know her true identity. Yet, I also know that a certain someone from Waterdeep has been trying to get her. Needless to say, I've been doing pretty good at making sure they can't. Others like...
The seat definitely thinks to themselves, not good enough.
Others like Mr. Kipper. Well, as your good friend Dion here would know, he's someone that must be taken care of. Isn't that correct, Mr. Dion?
Dion just stares. Oh, he's gonna get taken care of, alright.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. His kind, unfortunately, especially the past that I know, it's very unsavory even for me. Again, your secrets are safe with me. This interaction between us never happened. None of my people will spill either. They know that I'll kill them if they do.
We're supposed to take your word for that.
At this point, Sarah will pipe up. He's kept my secret safe for a long time. He can be trusted. He may not seem like it, but he is one of the more trustworthy informants.
Never known a trustworthy information broker, but I'll take your word.
I mean, you are not wrong, Mr. Rex. It is my word against yours. This is your first meeting of me, and you have no idea who I am or where I come from.
Who are you and where do you come from?
Oh, I was born here in Neverwinter. Apologies for your hair. Yeah. Got it. Unfortunately, my parents were murdered, so I became an orphan, but when I was a boy, I began to listen very carefully, and that's how I got into where I am at today. Needless to say, I am Joxley, the king of informants.
Juxley.
Uh-huh. Don't ask me how to spell. I came up with that on the fly. Like,
That's fine. Well, I'd introduce myself, but it seems you already know who I am.
at which point he goes, yes, Mr. X.
And subtle spell detect thoughts when I say that. It's I converted some level 1 spell slots into sorcery points and back, and I'm completely tapped after this.
Surface, when you say that,
Surface.
you've been hearing Run a Skull, Minerva, Brass Tails Inn, Hanzo,
So scattered. Such simple words.
No, I like that. That's good. Okay, cool. That definitely didn't get a hint of changeling or many faces.
You just add more stuff.
He just knows that where you've been and who you've talked to.
Excellent. I've got a minute on that detect thoughts as the conversation keeps going, so just anything pertinent that might be useful as we keep talking.
Yep. At this point, I turn it to the party. If you want anything else from him. Of course, he knows why you are here, so he's just waiting until the party no longer has any questions or wants to know anything.
And how will you be helping us tonight, Joxley?
I will be providing information to Miss Goldwyn here in order to help her keep others from her position that she was once in. In fact, much younger, many years ago, when she was attempting to flee, I helped her. So I understand why she does this, and give it my services to her free of charge.
I will turn to S and ask, do you mind me asking who you're running from? I know full well, but I'm going to ask anyway.
I was hoping to not talk about that right now. We have a mission.
I just saw you in the chat.
Might help if we knew who we're up against here. Might help with the mission.
I don't think it's the person of my past that it's involved, but somebody who is like them who wants people as property.
June 9th is when you comes to breaker.
Dizzy, can you mute?
Oh. What happened?
Sorry, you've just been transmitting a bit.
Oh, it might be the dehumidifier. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Mostly voices.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, can you say that again, Sia?
She said that, oh, Suzy came.
Oh.
Give me 20 seconds.
Sure.
She said that she doesn't believe that this is that this might be somebody who is like the person from their past, but they don't believe that it is her.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So where will we be going this evening?
You will be heading to. Give me a second. There we go.
Banana bus. Banana bus.
It would appear that they're roughly about a half day, maybe a day away from here, south of us. Looks like they're taking the main road. They may be heading to Waterdeep, they may be heading somewhere else, but that is where we know they currently are. Heading south can take you anywhere.
Does anyone else have questions? I've been doing a lot of talking.
Yeah. You guys can ask him anything.
Dion has just been staying quiet because obviously he doesn't want to give any information out just in case they already know.
Anybody else? Uta,
Stick to the silent type.
silent. Okay. Tachi? Do you have any questions there, Tachi?
I would ask the person if he knew about some kind of murder in the Forgotten Forest that happened years ago.
Murder.
Moida.
I'm gonna have to tell you, my dear friend, no, I did not know of that murder. Unfortunately, that was probably before I became an informant. But, there may be others out there that may know of it. Maybe not here in Neverwinter, but other cities, towns, perhaps.
Very well.
Leafa, did you have any questions for Droxley?
I would like to say something when we're done with this. Well, when Leaf is done.
No, I didn't see what she put in her character, so that answers my question. Okay. Yeah, there's, because that's what we know. But not only is that person that you have been informed about, Miss Goldwyn is on with them, but there's apparently is 2 wagons heading that way, all in the same group. So be mindful. They may attempt to get the better of you and may get the better of you. Of course, this is advice to all of you. I would be on your toes. You're not just fighting some sort of creatures, you're fighting other people. Other humans.
Other humans.
What do y'all do? There's nothing that y'all want to do?
ABC.
Yes.
Oh.
We can do that. Yeah, if nobody else in the group has questions for him, he will lay down his pipe and go, well, unfortunately, time is money, and money is information. I must get back to it. I wish you good hunting, and hope that you are successful in your mission. And gestures to the door. So we'll bow her head a little bit and proceed to make her way out the door. I would say Milo would be right behind her in the process.
Dion looks back at Jackal.
Joxley,
Joxley, yeah, sorry.
you're good.
And just gives him one simple question. Did you happen to have an informant at or around the Rotten Skull? How many days ago now has it been since I first went there on the initial lookout for Joel Kipper?
Be 3 days. He'll look at you and give you a smirk. Like, now that, my friend, is information that everybody wants to know. But yes, I am aware of that. I've taken a keen interest in you all.
Let's see. And then Dion just follows everyone out.
Yep.
Most likely the last person out.
No. Uta will stay behind for a second. Uta, the rest of the party is about 10 feet away from you at this point. He just looks at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
You say you know information about all of us.
Yes.
Do you know of the raiders
Raiders.
that took my family? By took, I mean killed.
How old is Uta? Again, remind me.
22. She was quite young when it happened.
Raiders where exactly, little one? You'll have to be more specific. There are raiders everywhere.
Really have an area of where she's from, god damn it.
I thought we did that. We'll have to work on that later then, off screen.
Okay, well then, I will
You'll say, like...
cease my questions then.
Well, we can just say for this moment that you, say a specific area or town. He'll go... Yes, those raiders. I do know of them. And based off of my recollection, I think about half of them or more. The other half are still terrorizing. Yes.
I would like to know where they are, please.
Give me some time, and I will draw up that information for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I walk out the door, trying to catch up to everybody.
Yep. You guys walk out the door, and you catch up to everyone. At this point, it is about, I would say, 6 in the evening. You all can depart now, or you can wait to depart. Up to you.
I wouldn't mind a rest.
We can head back to the Rat's Tails Inn. I just wear this to make sure that nobody knows. Just so that way nobody else knows who I truly am. Sure.
Then, might I suggest that you stay here for like 10 minutes while we move on, and then you head back.
I can agree to that. Yeah, you all staggeredly make your way out of the building, with Sarah being the last one to leave, and you all make your way through the front entrance while Sarah goes around back, and you all chill in your normal spot, and about I say about 15 minutes later, you see Sarah come back out in her normal garb that you have usually seen her wear. Or worn. At this point, I leave it up to the party.
Dion is probably, I'll say, going to move out front first to head back to the reptiles then if they're already not there.
Yeah, you're already there, so you're back.
Oh, we're already there? Okay.
Yeah. I want to say that y'all are already back there. It's about 6:37, I would say.
Right. Well then, Dion is gonna go to. Shit, I keep forgetting the name of the guy. It's Mort, isn't it?
Morgue.
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 It's out of character. I'm slightly disappointed that you didn't name him Morn.
Nope.
Because when Morn leaves, it's all over. Dion will go to Morgue and ask if any guards have come by.
No guards, but a messenger did come by. Right now they're holding him in the dungeon down in the southeast quadrant of the district.
Alright. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And Dion is actually, for the first time, even though it's around 6 o'clock, gonna go for an early night.
Yep. You
Because he is still sore.
Yeah, you turn in for an early night, and yeah, what does the rest of the party do? You all are back at the Rat's Tails Inn.
Well, Itachi is gonna have a few drinks.
Yeah. Silwood would come up and ask what you want to start off drinking with. And tells you that this is on her. This round's on her.
Oh, for good old cider.
Okay. She'll go back and get you, or she'll get a cider. Anybody else?
I'm good for now. Thank you.
Okay, nail, please.
Yeah, I can do that. Once again says, this round is on me.
You're too kind.
Uta, Lifa, you guys want anything?
No, I said I'm good for now.
Oh, that's right. Forgive me. So, Lifa?
I'll join for a drink before heading to bed, so I'll have a cider.
A cider? Okay. Yeah. So she'll go back and bring back your guys' orders, and you all don't pay anything. She's got this round for y'all. So I hand this over to the party of what you all want to do.
I would just like to let y'all know, some point in the future, I may have to disappear for a few days.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Others might not be.
Oh dear.
um,
Well, be safe on your ventures. Do what you need to do. As long as you come back safe.
I'll give you all a call if I need.
Happy to help if we can, or if I can.
family.
Family.
Fam. Jeez.
God damn it.
I didn't do it this time.
I had to. It was there. We already started it. It had to be done.
I feel like if we keep saying family enough times, it's going to be like Bloody Mary. We're going to summon Dom Toretto into the realm.
No, if he would have come into the chat and be like, "Yo, family," I'm like, Dion, when
Hey,
you
yo, Tom, we going to save Letty?
yeah, right. When you arrive in your room, you see. I'll say that. Let's see here. Between the 3 different spots she could have put it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see on the dresser as you walk into your room a small wooden box.
Yay.
I open up the box.
Inside the box, I can't remember what fucking name I gave you. But you see inside a fairly simple but nice ring.
Dion pulls out the ring and takes a look at it.
Uh,
Just looking over it. Just
You don't see anything that is runic or could be used for spellcasting or cursing that you can tell just off of a glance.
well, Dion's just gonna smile and put it back. He doesn't want to wear it on his finger. He'll have a plan on getting something done with it.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Also, before you all left, Sarah would have
Yeah,
said
that's
that we would leave tomorrow to track them down, and that she would figure out transportation. Yeah, so at this point, it's up to the rest of the party. You guys are enjoying a nice round of drinks on her. Tachi, if you want more, it'll be 3 coppers per drink. Yeah, I leave it up to the party of what you want to do.
I won't have another drink because I'll head upstairs after this drink's finished for a long rest.
Okay.
For the night.
So as you head up, as you arrive in your room, after having a nice drink, you open up and you see as well on your dresser a wooden box.
Is there any indication as to who the box is from, or it's just the box?
Just a small wooden box, no indication.
Okay. I open the box.
Inside the box, you see a very nice ring in it. And I believe yours had a an emerald instead it into
I
it.
remember.
Yes.
Yeah. I get like that kind of like warm, wholesome feeling of like, oh, this is so nice. Someone like left me a little present. But also like kind of wonder who it could have been from and put it safely back in its box as I'm about to go to sleep.
Yep.
And set it aside with my things.
Yeah, you set it back where you found it, and you fall into a slumber. Both Dion and Letha, you may mark off, if necessary, a long rest on your character sheet. Tachi, Deceit, y'all are the only one, and Uta, you guys are the only ones left at the table. Of course, Ribby is there as well. He's finishing up the drink that he got himself earlier. So, you guys are the only 3 left at the table. What do you want to do?
Is Gribby sitting with us, or is he over at the server area?
No, he's
Okay.
on the table, drinking with you.
Alright. Do you like your ring, Gribby?
It's awesome. Thank you, Uta. Put his ring down, walk over to the table, and kind of hug your head.
Hugs my head. Okay,
Well, this is the only thing that he can grab from table height.
that's fair. Not that I'm.
It would be weird if he
able to
grabbed his
see
arm.
over the table
Right.
anyway.
Sorry?
I might turn to Uta and say, so is there anything more you can tell us about why you might be going away for a few days?
Family.
Family's a bitch.
No. Just some things. I don't know if you had noticed or not, but I stayed back and asked Froggy a question. And yes, I
sorry,
did say
Froggy?
Froggy because I couldn't remember his name.
Joxley?
Yeah, there we go. That's the one.
There it is.
Thank you.
He provided answers.
For the moment.
I'd be careful with, well, trusting too much of what they say or giving them too much insight into you. Information brokers, sketchy sort.
I'll let you know if I need help with him.
I would be happy to help. But I think that's me done. Gribby, you coming up?
Yeah. We going on an adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah, cold sleep.
We go into a magical world called Dreamland.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Good night, everyone.
And you both proceed to go up the stairs. When you enter your room, deceit. Fucking Christ. No. Fuck you. You've been rolling the same goddamn location. There we go. Different one. You see on your bed, a small wooden box.
Start casting Fireball. No, I look at the box and turn to Gribby and say, "Is that yours?"
No.
Oh, I really hope Gribby doesn't tell him.
Mine's over on the nightstand, and he points. And it looks like the same box.
Wait. So, do you know what that is?
Theory.
Sorry?
Did he say in theory?
Theory. I have a theory.
Oh.
What's your theory?
Points at the ring.
There's a ring in the box.
Possibly.
It's a dick in a box.
Yeah, I was thinking it. I was thinking it.
Got shit.
Goblin dick.
Yeah,
Wait,
boy.
so you got your ring from that box on the nightstand or the dresser, whichever one he pointed to.
Yeah, on the nightstand. He goes, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Got it from Uta.
All right. So that all right. Tell you what, why don't you open that box? The seats just go back up against the wall.
There's nothing bad in the box. My box is like your box. There's nothing wrong with my box.
Sure,
You have a
just
little trust. Damn.
Um,
I mean, I don't blame you for your box on your bed.
he's like, all right. Walks over, pokes it, turns to you. Kind of does a ain't nothing to be scared of look. I don't know why I did it in his
Open
voice.
it.
No explosions, no nothing, just an object in the box.
All right, we'll go and investigate the ring.
Yeah.
Like, not actually, but just go have a look at it.
Yeah, you see a very nice but simple ring in the box.
Okay. I'll have a look at it. Visually anything that from I don't know my time in my previous life doing sketchy things for sketchy people. Anything that might stand out about enchantments or anything on this ring?
Without doing an Arcana check, you don't see any runes or symbols that would be indicative of magic.
No worries. All right, yeah, I'll take it out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Sorry.
I'll take it out. Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll slip it onto the chain that were around my neck with the crystal on it.
Yep, you now have a very nice ring, but simple, next to your on your necklace.
From an unknown source.
Definitely unknown source.
I'll say this
You
much:
hear in your head. Okay.
the box, your box, looks exactly like Gribby's, and the fact that he told you that he got his from Uta, you might.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just Tachi and Uta left downstairs.
Tachi, would you like a drink or anything? On me?
Well, Itachi would be looking at his drink, thinking about something, relating to what he said at the informant.
So just kind of
Itachi.
spaced out a bit.
Yeah, pretty much. He's spaced out thinking about the murder that he witnessed to someone who took him in.
Okay. Real quick. The seat. Mark long rest.
Will do.
Yeah. OJ, you try to get his attention and nothing. Probably will need to kind of like wave a hand in front of his face or shake him around a little bit.
I will do exactly that. Wave a hand in his face.
Tachi?
Itachi does that. Itachi snaps out of it and looks up at him. Or her.
Her.
Okay, looks up at Usa.
Itachi, buddy, you good?
Yeah, just thinking about something that happened a long time ago.
Just quite understandable. Would you like any food or anything? Another drink, mayhaps?
Yeah, another drink sounds good.
Alright. I will, of course, pay for that.
Are you getting one as well?
Just a water.
3 copper. And
Will do.
Carl will come over and serve up another drink. At any point in time, unless you all want to do anything else RP-wise, both of you managed to find your way to your rooms, and Tachi, fuck it, I want to say, you see a small wooden box on your nightstand. What do you do?
Who are you talking to?
You.
You.
Wait, how did I get to my room after having drinks?
I'm saying, like, you have your drink, and then at some point you eventually make it up to your.
So I'd pretty much walk over to the box, curious as to what it contains, and open it.
Yeah, you open it and you see a very nice but simple ring in the box.
I'd take it out and look at it.
Yeah, you don't. It's just a simple ring. No real like archonic or runic engravings on it. It's just a really nice ring.
And I'd put it on one of my fingers that fit on.
Yep, you put it on, and you now have a ring on your finger that does absolutely nothing. Just looks nice.
Cool. And it doesn't turn into a magical bow.
Yeah, you got it for free. At this point, everybody mark your characters for wrong resto. So you can get
Mission
everything
accomplished.
back.
Just 1 second, basic.
Yep.
If I don't see those rings on y'all's fucking fingers in the morning, I'm going to commit murder. Just saying.
Well, they might be on fingers, chains. Not everybody wants to wear rings on
Yeah,
their fingers.
you won't see the ring on Rex anywhere at all. There'll be a necklace under his shirt.
As long as it's on your person.
Yeah, but you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it. But I think if you like go, where the fuck is your ring at? Where we go? It's on a chain. Calm.
God. Gribby just giving me up.
Gribby saving you.
Thanks, Gravy.
But that's not till later, so that hasn't happened yet. And may not happen, who knows? Okay. So, okay. While you all are sleeping, Dion, you begin to move about in your sleep. You proceed out with possibly just your trousers on, out, and you begin walking around, daydreaming, reliving a memory. As you make your way down to a park nearby. It's not a very big park, but it's big enough that there's like a couple of trees and maybe a couple of benches. And during this dream, you relive that night where the Beaumont family was destroyed around.
Correction, it was during the day.
Oh, during the day?
Yeah, the actual events happened during the day.
Oh, during the day. Forgive me. During the day, tracing your steps. Sorry, I didn't understand that bit. Yeah. At this point, since you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, I let you take it away.
All right. So Dion is in a very deep sleep, but what happens is he ends up sleepwalking. The Rat's Tails in his mind ends up turning into the house of the Beaumonts, where the march started, and reliving that. But he is seeing his parents with the large amount of citizens of Waterdeep. He walks beside them. He walks in the middle of them, so they are on beside him. As they march, make their way to the park, just that's in front of the main government of the governmental place of Waterdeep, to where he feels the rush of wind go by as the two arrow bolts go by him and slam into his parents, killing them, and watches as the rain of arrowheads fly down, killing the majority of the protesters and revolutionaries, before the scene changes everything is gone, and in front of him is the decapitated body of his sister, Leah de Beaumont, with the head next to her body. Seeing this, Dion goes into a fit of rage, knowing that his memory will not leave him alone. The haunting of this event and everything that happened before he ended up meeting the group causes him to activate the necrotic shroud once again, screaming in horrified, well, not horrified, but screaming like in like bloody murder, which echoes through the entirety of Neverwinter, before the powerful celestial blood in him forcibly shuts down this fallen ASMR power, which ends up causing a small crater in the middle of the park and a very powerful shockwave that would destroy the majority of windows in Neverwinter before Dion collapses in the middle of the park.
And that's where you just kind of sleep for the rest of the time, correct?
Yes, he just faints. He's gone. Boom.
I imagine that wakes us up.
He went a pretty good way, so I want to say no.
Okay.
About an hour later, somebody who was on patrol heard the noise, comes running over and sees your half-naked body, Dion. Recognizes you. You don't know who, but they pick you up and takes you back to the Rat's Tail's Inn. If at any point in time you stir a little bit, just enough to come to consciousness, just enough to hear maybe some muffled talking going back and forth as you're not able to fully hear, being half awake, dozing back into unconsciousness. You hear a familiar muffled voice. Both of them, in fact, are very familiar to you. And you end up being laid down back in your bed. Night goes by, everybody gets to the long rest, if you have not already marked it off. You wake up at about the same time. At this point, what do you do? And this is for everybody.
Get a fade and get underway, I guess.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so there's gonna be nothing in terms of like the destroyed windows of Waterdeep.
I don't think they particularly cared about that at the moment. In fact, they didn't. You not being fully awake at the time that you were being transported back to your room. You don't know what all has happened. All you remember is having a nightmare. Or a dream turning into a nightmare. And you wake up in a bit of a cold sweat at 7 and find yourself in your room, on your bed.
Right. Dion would sit up and just stare at his hands, seeing them shake as what the night his nightmare just felt completely real, as if he would have been hit by one of those bolts, he felt like he would have been killed. and he just wraps himself into like a hug and just sits on the bed.
So you kind of curl up into a ball, giving yourself a hug. You know? Everybody else? Tachi, Uta, Lifa?
I would like to go downstairs and get some milk.
Tachi, Lifa? What do you all do this morning? First thing.
I guess go down for a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee?
Um,
Get
I
yourself
was
a
even gonna
coffee.
ask,
Coffee.
did we want to like pause the session at the long rest?
Yeah. If,
Okay.
we want to end the session there, we can. That is not an issue for me.
Like, well, it might be a good spot, and then it's like also good for when
Yeah.
Milo rejoins us.
Yeah, we can do that. If I'm perfectly fine with doing that, if the rest of the party's good with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm all good with that. Anyway, once the touchy woke up, he was going to go to the training ground and paint him off.
Even though you were going to be heading out today.
It's a touchy, he will manage.
I mean, fair enough.
Even if it's outside training somehow.
Yeah, we can do that. So yeah, with that, chat, YouTube, we will end that here. Be a short part 2 for this session for YouTube. But it'll be alright. It's a nice little good 2-hour chunk. At this point in time, I would like to thank all of my wonderful and amazing players. You can find all of them here on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, whatever fancies you. Just follow the link breadcrumb trail. I can English good. We have Willtop.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, right. Willtop playing as the Seat. And then we have Ozzy playing as Itachi. Dion being played by the Bear Among Men.
Da bear.
Dope Bear.
Da bear.
Lifa played by Dizzy Sloth.
Huh?
And then
The best sloth in all of Australia.
the best sloth in all of Australia, that's right. With the best slime boy from America. And then we have Halo playing Uta. And
Reading.
I was waiting for something. And then on the side,
Took me a second. Sorry.
no, you good. And then in DMs a little bit, just because she didn't feel like she could make it today. Daku playing as Milo with me kind of remote controlling her a bit. And yeah, we will see y'all next time for session 4 of The Darkness War. Thank you to all my players. You all are amazing. Mwah. I love you all.
Thank you for the game. Good game session.
Thanks for the session, everyone,
Woo-hoo.
especially CO.
I'll just do what I can. I will write my session notes later.
Thanks, Captain.
And to those on YouTube, be safe, have fun, and virtually throw some goddamn letdown range. And we will see you next time. For stream, we're not done yet. We're just gonna end the D&D there. I'm probably gonna roll back over to 7 Days to Die. Just because.
Nice.
So yeah. Bye YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Wow.
Banned.
Band.
Banned.
Yeah, cool.
Ban.